Well, hello once again, everybody. Welcome to another, it's going to be a fabulous edition, as you know, of the Best Damn Golf Podcast going, the 19th hole podcast for golfers. I'm your host, Dennis Silvers, and we've got a wonderful show for you today with a very interesting gentleman and a couple things we've got to take care of before we start the show, and that is, hope everybody had a great Merry Christmas. I hope that Santa brought you what you wanted, especially on the golf side, as far as clubs, balls, whatever. And hope that you're really enjoying it and getting ready for a very happy, healthy, prosperous New Year's for 2023. The outlook here in Las Vegas, the weather has not been great to play golf or a lot of other things. It's expected rain here on Saturday night going into New Year's Eve. So what these 3,000 plus people are going to do on the Strip watching the fireworks, that's going to remain to be seen what is going to happen with them. But first time I think that's ever happened in the history since they've been shooting off fireworks. But we'll see what happens. And the old saying, there's a will, there's a way. Anyway, some sad news to report. Those of you in the golf industry certainly are aware, and golfers, Kathy Whitworth, who played on the LPGA Tour for years, the winningest golfer, female, male, whatever, 88 victories, a ton of major championships, suddenly passed away a few days ago. Very sad. She's been getting some unbelievably great tributes in, which, of course, are totally justified, but it was a big shock for the golf world. I had the pleasure when I was a lot younger to meet her. Very personable, very nice, just an unbelievable talent. So she's going to be dearly missed in the world of golf as well. But anyway, we've got a great show for you today. Let me tell you a little bit about our special guest making his appearance on the 19th hole for the first time. Nick Buzzell is both a very successful entrepreneur and media executive that has created really innovative media experiences and has led the creation of NBTV Studios, of which he is the CEO and the chairman. Nick and his team have created more than 700 award-winning films, TV shows, web services, and commercials for major brands, seen on multiple platforms. Prior to NBTV, Nick was the vice president of operations. I love this name, Big Fuel. I love that, which was a social media and branded entertainment, commonly serving a lot of the Fortune 500 brands of various types. And before Big Fuel, Nick ran operations at NBC digital studios, where he was responsible for the development of many successful shows that they had that he was responsible for. And Nick serves as a board member for several organizations, as well as being a featured speaker for many industry organizations and various film festivals. Excuse me, got a little frog in my throat. Everybody here in Southern Nevada is sick. Let me tell you, they've got the flu, they've got COVID, they've got whatever is going around, but we'll get through it. So anyway, it's my pleasure right now to bring up on camera Mr. Nick Buzzell. And Nick, listen to that. All the people in the studio are just giving you serious applause, and we appreciate your time coming and spending time with us on the show. I want to start off and ask you, let me get my questions out. before we get, excuse me again, before we get into the creation of Golf Nation, you have an interesting, very diverse background in the field of entertainment. Can you briefly walk us through your professional life, so to speak, after graduating from Pace University?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me, and
Pleasure.
hope you're feeling better. We ultimately have been on this journey as a team for the last 15 years. I personally started in the television space, working from being an intern at places like MTV and Inside Edition as a young man, all the way to working for legends like David Letterman and getting my teeth in the digital space with NBC Digital, and then moving on to Big Fuel, which was one of the first social media agencies in the space early on, and then starting my own business, NBTV, in 2008, the day Lehman Brothers crashed, which was a very interesting time to start a business. And for the last few years, we've been working with Fortune 500 brands and creating branded entertainment. We also have worked with a lot of celebrities in talent, and a lot of what we heard was almost, echoing around the world, which was essentially, I want to sell and I want to tell. I want to tell a story and I want to sell a product. And so we decided NBTV Studios, which is the production company, to spin out and create a new business called NBTV Channels, which is where we've given birth to brands like Spirits Network and Golf Nation, which are the first shoppable entertainment streaming channels of their kind. Think video and e-commerce in one experience across TV, mobile, and desktop.
Right. That's very interesting. And I know that Golf Nation has been called, what are the QVC of the golf world or something like that?
We've been called QVC meets Netflix, and Golf Nation was really developed out of the need to create a lifestyle experience around the world of golf. What we saw in our first channel, Spirits Network, which really is best described as Food Network, but for beverage alcohol. And everything you see on your screen can be purchased right from your remote or from your mobile device. It's free to join. So you just go to spiritsnetwork.com, you sign up, and just like any other app, we're in the App Store, you download it. You can go ahead and watch hundreds of hours of programming, and you can purchase products delivered right to your home. And so with all the data we were seeing coming out of the audience of Spirits Network, we noticed that almost 80% of our audience was interested in golf. And so we decided to create a new network called Golf Nation, specifically to address that audience, but also to provide them with a destination that was all about the lifestyle, the travel, the experience, and the improvement around the game of golf. Right.
And of course, an important part of golf is drinking. I'm fascinated. How did you come up with the Spirit Network? Obviously, a lot of people drink in the country. They're interested in stuff. How did you come up with that, though? That's so unique.
Well, one of the things that we've done at NBTV Channels is looked for opportunities in the high net spend, underserved, and enthusiast audiences. And what we saw in our analysis of the overall marketplace is that it's very hard to be a generalist today. As you see in the news, big companies like Netflix and Disney and Hulu are all under pressure because they are very general networks trying to satisfy a lot of audience members. When we looked at the opportunity, we said, let's be a specialist. Let's be something to somebody, and let's actually create something that represents a need in a market that is growing fast. And so Spirits met all of those criteria, and we hadn't seen anything like it in the marketplace. And to this day, we're the only destination where you can watch free programming and purchase right from your television. So my favorite way to watch is to download the app on Apple TV and to sit back and watch these great films in these short episodes of content, the history, the science, the culture. And we've brought the whole Spirits community in to help people explore, whether it be bourbon or it be tequila. There are a lot of trends, and there's a lot of excitement around the category.
Yeah, no, that is very cool. And you bring me to my next question, Nick. What is the process or the criteria you and your team utilize to decide what type of programming you think would be successful and what type of content you think would be successful in a commercial?
Well, it's interesting because one of the things that we've noticed is that consumers are ignoring traditional advertising and skipping traditional commercials. So, what we decided to do with Spirits Network is very much what we're doing with Golf Nation. And like I said, it's free to watch. You go to golfnation.com, you can stream content immediately, and you have the opportunity to purchase in that programming. And so, what we're doing instead of making commercial content, is integrating brands into the existing entertainment programming that we've identified as underserved kind of opportunities in the space that don't exist. So, for example, we're not creating content that you're already seeing in YouTube. We're looking for opportunities where there's content that hasn't been created. So we have a great show, for example, called Tee Shots, which is hosted by Bill Bender, and he has great guests on. And they have drinks specifically in the tequila and whiskey category, mostly bourbon because he's a bourbon expert. And then they take shots, and they have 3 shots to get their ball closest to the pin. But it's a fun interview format that blends both spirits and golf in one environment. And so the thinking there is that serves both a Spirits Network opportunity and a golf opportunity. But the brands and our brand partners typically sponsor our programming, and that's how they're integrated. So the short answer is we don't make commercials, right? We look at entertainment and streaming content as a method of integration of brands.
Gotcha.
And brand story.
Gotcha. No, that's that is very cool. Let's talk about, and you've alluded to it already, about your newest venture, Golf Nation, which has been described, as you said, as the first shoppable entertainment network dedicated to a golf lifestyle. First, tell us, and you did a little bit about it, but tell us about how you came up with the concept. And secondly, Nick, do you coordinate the golf merchandise for sale with the type episode that you're running and, that's where it's being featured on? In other words, if you're doing a show about tee shots, do you just show drivers? Do you show hybrids? How do you coordinate the two?
Well, so here's the thing. We have a ton of programming. We have over 10 original series on the network. We've got Ambush with David Faraday. We've got Golf Unseen, which is essentially a travelogue around the world of all these great golf courses. We have all of this great content like Tee Shots. We have No Judgment, that's all about teaching people how to play golf and helping improve their game. And then we've also got great series like Versus, where we take 2 sets of golfers, male and female, and we put them in a competitive setting where they can, show their tricks and skills off to each other, but also are golfing for a mission. And so part of our whole approach is to create programming that really has a service to the audience, but also can help bridge both infotainment, if you will, and actual entertainment and the ability to purchase. So when you're watching Golf Unseen, for example, you can book a trip to South Africa. You can order the viewfinder or the hat that the people are wearing in the show. You can essentially create a variety of different carts and baskets full of clubs and viewfinders and keep watching, or you can check out instantly. And the idea really is programming that lends itself to creating opportunities for people to see real content, but also real products being used.
Right.
We have a show called Watch by Play that's a little bit more kind of QVC style, where we're reviewing products with experts and celebrities and influencers and professionals. And so the idea there is that it's more about, watch something, learn about something, and purchase, where in other cases it's more narrative and story driven, where you're inside of a world and you're traveling and then you get to see the products being used.
Right. Now, are there banners that run at the bottom of the screen, or if I really, God, that's really a cool hat, say that Susie Whaley is wearing, how do I get that? How do I find out about that?
Yeah, so the way it works is while you're watching the video in the lower left-hand corner, we call it the buy bar. It actually pops up kind of like a little icon, and you can add it right to your cart right there. So as you mentioned, Susie Whaley is the president of Golf Nation. So we have programming featuring Susie. And she has a show. It's really kind of like the Newlywed Game called Do I Know You, where she interviews people like Zach Johnson and his wife, and a lot of fun kind of experiences around players and their lifestyle.
Right.
But the buy bar is where you do all the purchasing. And so when you're on your TV, you use your remote. It's a double click on the Apple TV remote. We'll be launching Golf Nation as an app on Apple TV and on other platforms like Vizio and Roku and Samsung. We also have the ability for you to download it in the mobile app store. So you go to Apple or Android App Store and download it, or you can go to the .com, so golfnation.com, and you have the same experience. And that's the way we designed it, so that it's really easy for the customer to use. The video experience is about high quality video production. So when you see the quality of our programming, it's very premium. And then you have the ability to make a purchase right in screen using your finger or your TV remote.
Right. All right. Last question before we take our first short break. I know if you go to golfnation.com, it has a number of episodes that have already been done and I guess aired, but you're really haven't 100% officially launched yet, have you, Golf Nation?
So this is a sneak peek. And what we did was we wanted to show there was a lot of anticipation in the market about this channel coming to life. And considering that it's really the first of its kind, we wanted to demonstrate what it was going to be like. So we did a sneak peek launch last month, and that's on golfnation.com. And then in first quarter, we're going to be launching the app on the other devices that I mentioned, and continuing to roll out more programming. We also have a lot of licensed programming, so we've taken a curated approach to what's already out there in the golf space. So we have a layer of original programs, and then we have a level of curated licensed programs that help the consumer really get a good taste of what's out there in golf programming.
Right. How do you get the feedback, though, Nick, of the views that you're getting? Is it the amount of merchandise that's being sold? I mean, how do you track that? How popular a show is or is becoming?
Yeah, so it's unlike a traditional TV network. We don't necessarily deal in ratings, but just like most digital forward businesses, we're looking at everything from views, impressions, the amount of time spent on the program, how many products have been purchased, et cetera. So it's a combination of things because we are video commerce. So we call it V-commerce. Essentially, it brings it together where maybe something's selling a lot of products, or something has more views and there's more people adding to their basket, but they're not checking out. So there's a lot of analytics that we put in to decide which shows that we're going to continue to make or which new concepts we're going to continue to kind of develop. But the idea here is, our programming is from 2 minutes to 25 minutes, in some cases even longer. So unlike a traditional network, we're more focused on viewer engagement and creating a good customer experience and making the programming really accessible and opening it up to a new golf audience where there's a lot of people who are new to the game of golf or who have been in the game but haven't really been marketed or spoken to in a way that's relatable and approachable.
Right. No, that's well said. Well said. All right, we're going to step away. We're going to take a short break. We come back. We have a lot more with our special guest from Golf Nation, Mr. Nick Buzzell. Stay with us. We are back right after this.
Welcome to Tea Time Fitness with Janice. I'm Janice Thornton with JT Fitness and Golf. And today let's discuss a drill that's going to help you dissociate your upper body from your lower body. So this drill is called the bent arm tornadoes. Grab yourself a dumbbell or a weighted ball. We're going to get into an athletic stance. You're going to bend those knees. Arms are going to be by your sides. Keep your hips square forward as best you can and start just rotating to side, and then get yourself going as fast as you can. That's comfortable for you. Going back and forth, keeping those hips forward. This is a great exercise that you can do to help dissociate your upper body from your lower body. So take your game to the next level and join the JT Fitness and Golf 90-day golf fitness program. Check out jtfitnessandgolf.com.
Are you an E or a C?
Both have Ridgeback.
These are loaded with tech.
Which one are you gaming? Definitely E for me.
It's just so forgiving.
I'm definitely an E.
C is for Cheka. What else?
C is for kill it.
C is me. Low spinning bombs.
So, are you an E or a C?
I don't know. Hey, wait a minute.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Innovation begins at a single point. Elements, each with their unique character. Fire-forged steel creates unprecedented control. Chemistry delivers a touch so soft, combined to create a level of performance previously unimagined. Like magic, the Elixir, the new tour ball from Encore.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to more of the 19th Hole podcast. I'm your host, Dennis Silvers, having a very interesting conversation with the CEO and chairman of a brand new innovative show that's going to be on various platforms called Golf Nations, Mr. Nick Buzzell. Nick, how do you go out and find, or if you do, or do they come to you, the golf products that you're going to feature on your shows?
Yeah, so Golf Nation is a lifestyle streaming network where consumers can watch original and licensed curated programming across the golf lifestyle universe. So the food, the travel, the lifestyle, the experience, the game improvement, right? So whether it's I want to get rid of my slice or I'm looking to improve my short game, we want to provide all of the tools for consumers, both experts and also novices to the game, in a very open and accessible way. And so we want to offer a suite of products, whether it be top end clubs all the way through to kind of entry level items for new golfers.
Right.
And so what we do is we essentially work with brands who want to reach our audiences and show that not only their products work in real life settings, but that they can be purchased directly by the consumer within the video. So the idea is that brands usually come to us, and in other cases, we go out and pitch brands with the idea of getting involved in our original programming and including their products inside the video, as well as making them for sale. And so we have strategic partners. In fact, we have a great partnership with Short Par 4. And we're doing a quarterly box with them that we're going to be announcing and releasing next year. And we also offer their full catalog of products. And we're working with other golf fulfillment partners and, golf manufacturing partners to create programming and direct sale opportunity, through our experience.
So does it matter what you're marketing to? And by the way, let me just back up a little bit. How are you marketing your shows? How are people finding out about them?
So we do a lot of paid, earned, and owned marketing, very similar to what you would see from any other network. We're running Facebook ads, we're doing SEO and SEM. We also have a lot of great strategic partners, people that have great email lists and great access to customers who are qualified.
Right.
And then the best part is because we have Spirits Network, which has millions of consumers visiting our sites every day, we are able to mine that audience. And as I mentioned, we saw that a lot of people that were interested in spirits were also interested in golf. So there's a crossover opportunity there as well.
Right. So you could cross market both. I mean, that's very good. I know that you've got some great, talented partners that you have involved that joined you in this startup, as far as NBTV. Tell us a little bit about your partners and some of their backgrounds, because it was quite impressive. It was quite impressive.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Well, I would be remiss to say that, every great idea involves a great team, right? And we needed a really unique team to execute the strategy that we had around direct-to-consumer streaming video commerce. So our chief technology officer is a guy named Mike Buzzell, who's been in the business for over 30 years. He's also my dad, so I have the pleasure of working with my dad all the time.
Isn't that called nepotism? Come on.
We started the company together, so he's a great partner to have. My other business partner, who's also an investor and a board member, is a greatly talented gentleman by the name of David Nichols. And David came from the K-Swiss company, where he was the global president for almost 20 years. He created a lot of strong brands and did a lot of international work. So he brings both a creative sense, a brand building, a marketing, and a storytelling capability that we were really excited to have. We have partners like Susie Whaley, who I mentioned as our president,
right.
Dee Robinson, who's a fantastically talented and successful entrepreneur, also on the board of PGA Reach. We have Rich Katz, who is a great strategist and somebody who not only helps us with PR, but also outreach and brand building and connecting to partners. And the idea really is that it takes a village. I mean, Noah Kozlov, who is our general manager, he and I went to college together, although separate colleges. We were in the college at the same time. And he's somebody who I've known for, my entire career, and someone I've had the chance to work with in this setting as well. So it's an exciting group of friends, family, really talented people that have brought together what I think is one of the best teams in the industry, because we represent, storytelling and distribution and
right.
e-commerce
right.
and domain expertise of both, athletic expertise, but also golf in particular.
Yeah, all of the elements that you need to be successful, as you know. Somebody texted me when we were in commercial and wanted me to ask you this. When I'm watching a show and you're putting up a little thing about a rangefinder, am I able to get a discount on that particular product because I'm watching it on Golf Nation or not?
Yeah, so right now what we're offering is a retail set of products in our sneak peek. But one of the things that we'll be launching in the first part of next year is a membership program and a subscription offering that would enable you to get things like free shipping and discounts on products, as well as a quarterly box opportunity that would be curated based on what your needs are. So imagine every quarter you're getting a box of, hats and shirts and balls and tees and gloves,
right.
Or things that you want to try, all the way through to your point about the rangefinder, being able to get a discount on select products.
Gotcha. That's interesting. Who, and you're all over, you're in various locations, obviously, because these people are in various locations. Who the hell does the production for you? Who goes out and films this stuff?
Well, we have an incredibly talented team led by the president of NBTV Studios, Kim Weinstein. And Kim's worked with me for many years and came from NBC and has been in the television production space her entire career. So when I moved over to really run NBTV channels as a new business, I essentially promoted Kim, who was our head of production, to be the president. And so her and her team essentially run the production arm. And then we also work with other production companies. In fact, we have a great partnership with production companies in Florida and in South Africa and all across the world. And because we've been in the production and content creation space for over 20 years collectively, we have a great resource and a network of partners, including directors and producers and editors. And so sometimes we'll build a team and kind of in-house the production ourselves. And then other cases we'll partner with expert production companies to produce specific types of programming.
Okay, where their particular location. So you're planning on doing some stuff globally, if that's the right term?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, the beautiful part about the way we're distributed is that Golf Nation is global by default, right? So anybody can go visit us on golfnation.com.
Sure.
And the same thing applies to our apps, right? Being available in the app stores of all of these original manufactured equipment, TVs, but also, Apple TV and Amazon Fire and Roku and these kind of add-on dongles, if you will, but also being able to be available inside of, the App Store as well as the .com. gives us accessibility globally. So anyone can watch our programming today anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
But as you could see from even our first series, Golf Unseen, we took the whole show to South Africa to really show people a different side of that region through the lens of golf, right? And so we have a lot more programming plans around that, right? Where can we show kind of golf in a different light or see it in a lens through golf, right?
Right. No, that's great. I would think because of that, Nick, that golf resorts would be extremely interested in hooking up with you, maybe to do a live show, to show off their facility, to show off the golf course, to show off the amenities they have, why golfers should go there. Any thought on that?
Yeah, we are open for business. So golf brands, tourism bureaus, hospitality companies, financial services, anyone that wants to advertise or engage around the sport should come to us. And we have a variety of custom packages that range in budget from small to large. And we can produce content almost for any reason, anywhere. And if you have a custom need, we can develop something for you. And if you have an excitement around an existing show that we have, we can integrate you into that as well.
I got you. I got you. No, that's just fantastic. What kind of, again, before you take our second short break, what kind of feedback have you been getting from people that have been viewing the sneak peek shows, if any? Most of it is constructive. You get some criticism, some suggestions about content or improvement. What have you been getting?
We've been getting really positive feedback. Everyone that has seen it has said things like, wow, the quality of the programming is so exciting. The buy bar is so easy to use.
Right.
I think it's a need in the market. We've seen a lot of people come to us and, quite frankly, thank us for doing what the industry has been talking about for a long time, which is being more diverse and inclusive. If you'll notice, we have women, we have people of color, different nationalities, ethnicities on our programming, and excited about the game of golf. And so the response so far has been great. In many ways, we're just getting started. So if you are impressed by what you're seeing now, I can't wait for you to see the full deployment of our app in the beginning of next year. We also have a tremendous strategy and slate of original content and special offerings for our customers. And so the idea is to give the consumer a destination that is consistently and regularly being updated with new programming and new content and new things to watch and things to buy.
Right. No, that's great. All right, Nick, please stand by. We're going to take another short break and come back. We're gonna finish off and talk a little bit more with Nick Buzzell. So stay with us. We are going to return, I promise, right after this. One of the perks about being in golf media is that I get to try every club ever made. Of course, like most things, some are better than others. I'm here to tell you that I have found unquestionably the absolute best performing set of irons I have ever played, and my scores show it. Let me introduce you to Grindworks, custom fitted irons that are made to fit your game. Grindworks offers players 3 different styles of irons. You can choose muscle back irons, cavity back irons, and even blades, along with some awesome wedges. And when you purchase your clubs, Grindworks lets you choose the type of shaft you want, the type grip you prefer, and even will adjust the loft and lie of your clubs if needed. That's unheard of. So what are you waiting for? Feel the power and experience and performance of these amazing clubs. Simply go to grindworksusa.com or call 281-651-4046 to order. Trust me, your handicap will love you for it.
As golfers, we want instant gratification when it comes to a better golf swing and playing better golf. Impossible, you say? Not anymore. Golf Boost Artificial Intelligence, AI, has developed and patented the most advanced swing analysis technology in golf. Simply, the algorithms detect your body position and then analyze your golf swing using their artificial intelligence technology. The AI captures all the relevant data from your swing video and then presents you a personalized lesson. Golf Boost AI is the ultimate swing analysis and virtual instruction system for golfers of all ages and abilities. This sophisticated software takes into consideration your height and build, playing level, and returns the ideal solution for your swing. Bottom line, Golf Boost AI is an incredibly convenient and cost-effective tool for golfers to improve their swing. Go to golfboost.com and check it out. The app is free to download and try. Visit golfboost.com today.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Dick, we were talking a little bit about the show, and you mentioned CES, which is a real big deal here in Las Vegas, and it has been for a while, and you all are coming out for it. What is your intention when you go to CES that's coming up pretty soon?
Well, I've been to CES in the past, and obviously because of the delay and the change in schedule with the pandemic, this will be our first time back. My partner, David Nichols, and I, who's the president of Spirits Network, but also the EVP of NBTV Channels, are going to be taking a series of meetings with brands and distributors and strategic partners. And so we thought, given the timing this year and overall attendance, it's a great opportunity to meet people that are usually all around the country and in some cases all around the world in one location. And who doesn't love to spend at least 3 days in the fine city of Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, everybody, that's why Las Vegas has a great genre. Everybody likes coming here. We've got a lot to offer. We also talked about the upcoming PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando that I go to every year. And you mentioned that you all might be there as well, I would imagine, facilitating some meetings and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. We're there. We have a lot of our team will be on the ground there. Susie will be there. Our head of sales will be there. General manager Noah, who I mentioned, will be there. And so we're excited. We were there, I believe, last year, if not the year before, and we have been very excited about that opportunity as well. Great place to meet people and take meetings in a very consolidated environment. So looking forward to seeing folks down there as well.
Yeah, no, that is a great place. All right, let me ask you this. I have no doubt, Nick, with you and the team that you've got behind you and the team that you have assembled and your ideas, that this thing is going to be a very much a success. After it is established and a success, are you moving on to another sport?
Well, we at NBTV Channels are going to be launching various channels around high net spend, enthusiast, and underserved audiences. So Golf Nation is not going to be our last channel. We have Spirits Network and Golf Nation, and we've identified some other categories that will be launching more programs and also original networks in. And we have looked at other sports. I think The challenge with some of the other sports in the market, though, is that there aren't always the lifestyle connection, which is a big part of our overall thesis.
Right.
You know, the idea that golfing and food and beverage and travel, you know, go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Absolutely
is
correct.
part of the idea around a network. So for us, it has to have a lot of those boxes I mentioned checked, but it also has to be something that we have a category expert or someone that's going to help guide us through a new approach or a new way to look at the particular category.
Absolutely, yeah, and you're right. Golf presents that because it is a lifestyle, as opposed. You can't build very much of a lifestyle around table tennis. You know what I mean, or ping pong or something like that. No, you just can't do it. Golf is the way to go. All right, if somebody, and I hope all of our viewers are going to be interested in this, where can they go get more information about Golf Nation? And again, where can they find the new episodes that are going to start happening pretty soon?
So the easiest and the most consistent destination, golfnation.com. Not only will I invite everyone listening to sign up to get more information and be on our newsletter, but you'll also notice that we have giveaways and contests for free product. I think right now we're giving away a yearly supply to anyone who signs up of golf balls. We gave away an OptiShot simulator during our pre-launch period, and we're going to be doing more of those things: trips, gear, etc. We will be making a series of announcements around new programming in the beginning of this coming year. We'll also be launching on the app platforms I mentioned as well. And so I would encourage everyone to sign up at golfnation.com. We'll keep you up to date. Stay tuned. There's more to come. I mean, we've only launched 7 of our original series. Right. We have over 30 in development.
Wow.
And we're open and welcome to working with both talent, you know, celebrities, influencers, people that have unique points of view on the space, and also brands. And we encourage marketers and brands in particular to think differently, because consumers are behaving very differently, and that change is only accelerate with both the COVID period, but also in the future, where consumers are now looking for things that are very specific and on the go, and mostly that are also in their connected TV home living room experience. And
Correct.
So that's where we really are leaning, right?
Do you think you're going to see a difference in as far as your vendors or the people that are advertising on your shows between, say, now millennials that are playing golf and the older population, Nick?
Well, it's interesting because we do have something for everyone. You know, as you know, the audience of golf is wide in terms of age demographics,
yes.
which I think makes it exciting, because we do have things for older golfers that I think both talent that older golfers grew up with and love and recognize, as well as talent that is new and up and coming and is more in that influencer, Instagram, Facebook kind of world, YouTube kind of world. So we think we can bridge the gap for both. We definitely find that younger golfers and more connected consumers are interested in what we're doing, because it offers both that video experience as well as that in-app commerce experience, or that in-video commerce experience. But we are really seeing a wide range of audience so far, because I do think that golf speaks to so many different types of people from all different backgrounds.
Yeah, no, definitely it does. That's well said. And you know what? It's very unique. It's not often that, especially for the older golfers, you're able to buy and order right then and there a walker or a cane or something on a on a show. Anyway,
although
Nick,
you might be onto something.
There you go. There you go. Anyway, Nick, thank you so much for taking time out. I know you got a busy schedule. I want to wish you and yours a very happy, healthy, prosperous New Year's for 2023. I know you're coming out here pretty soon, and we're definitely going to get together, and we'll check out the Spirit Network. What do you say?
Yeah, so check out spiritsnetwork.com. Again, free to sign up there. Lots of great programming and purchase opportunities with great spirits. And then also check out Golf Nation.
Right.
And more to come. And thank you, Dennis, for having me on. And thanks for everybody for tuning in.
We're going to have you back sooner than later, believe me. Thank you so much, Nick. Talk
Great.
to you
Happy
soon.
New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year. All right, Nick Buzzell, everybody. Very, very interesting concept. It's a new kind of thing, and I think, again, with him and the team they've got behind him, they're going to be very, very successful. All right, that's going to wrap it up for another edition of the 19th Hole Podcast for Golfers. I've been your host, Dennis Silvers. Finally got rid of the frog in my throat, jumped out or whatever, and we're going to see you back same time, same place. Until then, Happy New Year, everybody. So long. Hey, golfers. I've been a golf talk show host for a long time, and I've been playing golf even longer. Being in golf media, I've had the chance to play every ball ever made. I've tried them all. Well, my search is finally over because I found the best ball I have ever played with, and more golfers are finding the same thing. I started playing with the Elixir golf ball made by Encore Golf. Encore Golf has revolutionized both their golf balls, the Elixir or the Avant 55, or the brand new Vero X1, to where the performance of either will simply blow you away. It did me. If you're looking for better performance and durability with your ball, Encore Golf has it. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out at EncoreGolf.com and you'll become convinced, as I am, the first time you tee it up with Encore. It's the best performing ball for the price. Go to EncoreGolf.com and see for yourself. Your scores will love you for it. That's ONCORE Golf.com. Hi, I'm Dennis Silvers, host of the 19th Hole Podcast for Golfers, and I'm here to tell you about some great wedges and putters from Grindworks USA. First, the Grindworks Barrett Collection Wedge Set. These wedges are unparalleled in today's market. The wedges come to you in 3 different lofts, 51, 57, and 61 degrees, all designed to be able to spin around the greens with the ability to hit high, middle, or low shots around the greens. Grindworks also makes a line of their Windsor Wells Precision Machine putters. This beautiful design of putter was not only created to be appealing to the eye, but to perform better on the greens. You will gain a ton of confidence to help lower your scores. Go to grindworksusa.com or call 281-651-4046. I promise your scores will love you for it.